Everyone, to today's adventure here on Edgewater, Saskatchewan. Today is the mega harvest of the soybean field. So we're going to get this truck up there really quick. We're going to also see how many loads this truck is going to have. It's a huge field and not a very big capacity on this truck. So let's get in here. Park the truck here to the side and go get the combine. Of course, we're not going to swath this one this time. We're just going to go harvest it normally. Let's make sure it is 100% fertilized, so we're good there. So let's grab the combine. Still using this combine that we really like, the Colossus. Goes really quick. Which we might slow it down a little bit because there's no way we're going to be able to keep up with the small truck we have. So let's get course play loaded in here and get her started up. Well, the harvest has begun. Looks like we had a few weeds that we missed. He's working his first headland now. Try to keep up with him. Has pretty good capacity, so should be able to get all the way around at once. It's just soybeans anyhow. So we'll let him do his thing and catch up with him when he's ready. We're getting our first fill up. Didn't quite fill it. Isn't quite full enough. Come on, just a little more. There we go. So we keep track of how many loads it takes. That's his first round around the field. Got the first headland done. Just under 25,000 liters. Since he went all the way around, he's already started on his second headland. So we'll run this over to the bin, get back, and see if he's made another round. You still have to get the straw bales off of our oat field. Got a few of them off and took over to the cattle barn, but got plenty to go. Wait till a good price on oats to sell them also. Oh, I forgot how slow this truck is. But I'll get this unloaded and get back to the bean field. I guess instead of starting at the end of the field and finishing his headlands, he decided to just cut through the middle of the field. So we'll go over there and try to catch up with him. I think this is only 2 headlands he's done. He was told to do 3, but that's all right. Just catch up with him on the other side. So you've got a long ways to go. It's a big field, and I'd like to actually buy this field just north of here and remove this little dead-end road. Take it out, get rid of all the trees, make this field a little bigger. Not sure if we'll have the money to do that after this harvest or not. Might have the money to purchase the land, but I won't have enough to do all the landscaping. Sit back and wait for him. I've decided I might as well just combine it myself.
You want something done? Do it yourself. Yeah.
No point of paying somebody else to do it. Especially when they weren't doing as they were told anyhow. And we go a little faster within them. Not quite 25,000 liters. I was going to dump it off, but not quite full yet. One more round should do it. Just love how fast this thing will run. No way you could do that in real life, 43 miles per hour. Look at that, $133 to pay him, and he didn't even do it quite right. We have a few weeds we missed down at this end of the field. I don't think it'll hurt our yield too much. There we go. All right, filled up. Now we'll get them back to doing it. Oh. Oh, I must have been off a little bit. Oops. I'll come back and get that later then. Right. We'll get back to the truck. I guess I overlapped a lot more than he is. That won't take too long to fix. Ooh, looks like a low spot right there. Looks like we need to come back and do some more landscape work. That's been one of the old waterways that we missed. Maybe by the time we get back, you'll have another 25,000 liters. Nice, put a little bridge in down here so I can get across to the cattle barn without going clear around.
I know every shortcut.
Here, let me get on down, get this unloaded, and get back to the field. Now that we're using this old Chevy grain truck, what's your go-to truck to use on this game? In this, I kind of like this truck because it's more realistic. Only holds the 25,000 liters compared to some of the modded ones that we have that hold a lot more. But I mean, there is a new Mac one out. Actually, I think it's been out a while. I actually noticed I have that installed, so I thought about getting it, but we're going to keep using that for this harvest, or this truck for this harvest. And maybe next time we'll try the Mac, or I believe there's a Volvo grain truck coming out also. So that would be a nice one to try. But sometimes it's nice to have more realistic equipment, unlike our combine, you know, that can hold infinite number, it seems like, of crops. Let me get over and see if he's about ready. Oop. Yeah, he's not quite full yet. Another low spot here that keeps missing. Going to get this little row here that I had missed. Ooh. A lot of uneven places out here. I got to go back and get it again. All right. Start it back up. There, all right. Let him get up to 25,000 liters, and then we'll go fill it up again. So I better feed the cattle while I'm over here. Looks like the baby calves are up eating more than the cows. They're definitely cute little things. But we'll get back over to the real work. Let's see if we can time this just right. It should be programmed to stop once he starts. But, now if I can catch back up with him. There we go. All right, another 25,000 liters headed to the bin. Well, I just learned something new. I have Angus cattle here, but now they're producing milk because they have calves, I guess. It's the only thing I could think of, because they're not regular dairy cows. So they're about at capacity too, so I need to get in here and get rid of some of this milk. So I'll be something to do next. I do have a tanker filled with herbicide. I could clean it out and bring it over, and hopefully it'll hold milk. So that'll be my plan. I just noticed that, having milk. Not see that coming. I better get back over. He's probably about full now, at least enough to fill the truck up. So back to the truck. Another odd thing is crop destruction is on, but somehow this truck can drive right through the crops and it doesn't harm anything. Oop, better get out of his way. Looks like he's about done. I think we can finish it up ourselves. There we go. Oh, that truck looks really tiny all of a sudden. Truck looks super tiny. That's weird. Alright, let's finish. My son just came in just a moment ago and said, "Hey, your screen says Little Boy Blue." I'm like, "What? How'd my name get changed?" He hasn't played on this computer for quite a while. He changed it to Little Boy Blue once, and now every day it's stuck to that. Not sure how to change it back. Oh, that truck looks a lot smaller than it used to. Alright. Finish this little bit up. Almost finished with the mega field. Remember if I've done 3 or 4 trips over to the bin. Let's see. Oop, how many liters I got? Looks like be 3 trips. This will be trip number 4, and then I got to come back. Get a little over half a load. All right. Oop, wrong button there. I have to shut it off and not turn it on. There. Whoopsie. Nobody saw that. There we go. Super strong. I can throw grain trucks.
He's super strong.
Over 100,000 liters of soybeans. December, I believe, has the best price for our oats. So we'll sell them. And with the sale of the oats, we should have enough money to buy that field north of that dirt road. So then maybe come early spring, maybe even late winter, we can get over and turn that into part of the mega field. I'll get this unloaded. Skip time on it so you don't have to sit and watch this thing go super slow. A lot quicker that way. Ooh, better stop, wait for these 2 cars, 3 cars. 2 cars. Whoa! Green pickup. Oh, there's something in the road, but just a bird. Go back at the last of the grain. Be a pretty good harvest income. And the price is up. There we go. $15,000. All right. Get this thing go put away and take the last of the beans to the bin. Well, we got the combine put away for winter. This door's shut. I don't have to worry about it until spring or till next fall. There, now we'll get the last Last load to the bin. The last of the beans going in. Looks like it should be 115,000, I believe. Yes, 115,272. Now we're gonna go get that herbicide unloaded, so we can go pick up some milk before I forget. Well, the only way I know to easily unload this is just to go into F12, herbicide, empty. Good enough. Now we're empty. We're just going to use our grain truck to run across the road and grab that milk. Still can't believe that the Angus cows now, with that enhanced animals mod installed, you can get milk out of it. Kind of neat, having a little extra bonus, plus the higher priced cattle to sell. So you make more profit there too. Not sure where the milk comes at this building. Alright, let's turn on the cheat window. Alright, let's try it the other way. There, just need it opened up. Guess it only holds 5,000. That's not going to really help much, but every little bit helps. Good day, everyone. It's now November here in Edgewater. We got another cutting off of our hay fields. We got those bales all sold off, so now we were able to purchase the piece of land north of the mega field. We're headed up to the neighbor's place to pick up his D7. He's going to let us borrow it to clean up some groundwork. Let's get started. Well, I was really happy when the neighbor said, hey, I got the equipment. If you want to come up and grab it yourself, you can use it. So I thought, boy, free work? I'll take that. He said it's in the barn here. Park over here. I guess I can shut the truck off. Yeah, and this building here is what he says we can borrow. There she is. Caterpillar D7.
Would you look at that?
That's going to clean up all the trees in our way so we can combine that field to the new one. Let's get her down. There we go. It's kind of a monster machine, but it's a lot bigger than our little dozer we have. So let me get this monster back to the field. Now that we own both sides of this little dead-end gravel road, we're going to get rid of the gravel road. Really no need for it. Like I said, it just is dead end here. This is our new piece of land right here. It's not a real big piece, but you know, we'll get rid of these trees here and we'll be able to put these two together. So let me get this thing unloaded. There we go. Can't believe how much bigger it is than the bulldozer we have. If I can figure out the controls, if we do it just right, it should be able to push these trees over, tear up the ground all at once. We'll keep the driveway up to this electric pole here. We don't want to worry about hitting that when we're working in the field.
Shaking in our land, there's a battle for the souls of man. Wake up, Christian, and strengthen what remains, for there's a shaking in our land. down to sleep. Rise up, all ye Christians, and fall down on your knees. Shaking, shaking. There's a shaking, shaking in our land. There's a battle for the souls of man. Come on, wake up, Christian, and strengthen what remains. For there's a shaking in our land. Oh, God is shaking us, so we will wake up. Jesus is coming, so church, get up. No, we can't be sleeping when he comes. For there's a shaking in our land. There's a battle for the souls of men. Wake up, Christian, and strengthen what remains. For there's a shaking in our land. Feel God shaking us. He is waking us, shaking our land, shaking our land.
Well, we've got rid of all the trees. Got the brush piles going. Now we're just going to rip this road up. Now that we still have this dozer. Once we get it all ripped up, these two fields will be combined. Then we can take our regular plow through it. Get them all plowed up together. Went ahead and leveled the ground over there where the old waterway was. Now we just got to get our field plow in and do that too. So I'll finish ripping this and then we'll get to plowing. Well, this should be about all we need to use the dozer for. The rest of the work needs to be done with the plow. So I think we'll load this back up, take it back to the neighbor, and then run and pick up a new tractor and plow to be able to get this all done quickly. See you in just a little bit. Well, the mega field needs some mega tools. So this is what we went with. Big Bud. This will be able to plow this field up in no time. Let's see how she handles. It's a lot bigger plow than we were using. There. See if Big Bud can pull it. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Ooh, slides around a little bit. I'm not sure why it's not pulling straight. Well, it's just all over the place. It's going to be in the water at that rate. It is in the water. Alright, let's get this thing plowed up and see what it looks like with both fields plowed together. Well, I kind of had the hardest time with that last plow we had. I ended up getting rid of it. I went with another plow. That didn't work because it was 3-point only. Of course, this Big Bud does not have 3-point. So now we have this hideously ugly green plow here. So it's not ideal, but at least it's working. I was not getting anything else to work right. So we will use this one. Got quite a bit of it plowed up. Got just a ways to go to finish getting everything tilled. But I will get it finished, and then we'll see what it's like at the end. Well, this is it for this field. We got her all plowed up, ready to plant in the springtime. I think we'll let these two fires burn through the night. Hopefully by morning all the brush will be gone and we won't have anything left here. Welcome in everyone to a new day here on Edgewater, Saskatchewan. I don't know guys, but I think I might have officially lost my mind. In this episode, once we get done liming this field, we're going to start planting sugarcane in the mega field. So let's get to it. One thing I did over the winter is traded off the old pickup for this one. I could not handle that F350 anymore. The way the brakes were on it, they were just horrible. So I got this TLX with a tank on it so I can haul our milk. And Now we're going to go pick up some equipment to start planting the sugarcane. We're not going to use base game equipment in this. It would take forever. So we do have some modded seeders. So we're going to get those. Going to get 2 of them. Have a couple workers. Right now we have a worker on the field doing the lime. But we will get a couple planters set up and get it started. Well, I've gone with 2 Fendt 1046s with these 8-meter modded sugarcane planters. So let's see if we got the course place set up right to be able to do it. Alright. Well, looks like he might be gonna go. Unfolding at least. Yep, there he goes. Perfect. Now see, hopefully this one will follow behind the same way. All right. First one's off to a good start. One with duals on one and then wides on the other to see if they both have enough traction to pull this. They do have one size bigger, but I thought this is 8 meters wide enough. So we're probably going to have to run to town and get another load of sugarcane seed while these 2 are going. Still got to finish, watch the other guy too, see if he's about done. We got most of it limed. With the lime, we can kind of tell where these guys have been. So I'll get to town and pick up some more lime, or not lime, pick up more sugarcane for him. Hopefully I'll be able to offload the sugarcane right from this into these 2 planters. I filled them up direct last time, so we'll see if I can get this to work as soon as they run out. Looks like, I'm guessing he's almost done with the lime. It looks like, yep, just finished. Perfect. We'll keep an eye on these 2 and see when they get emptied out, because they got a long ways to go to have this field finished. Well, the first planter guy's out. Let's head over and fill him back up. See if we can get this thing to dump in it like it's supposed to. 25,000 liters of seed here. Really don't want to dump this on the ground. Oop, and on the ground it went. Sure. Of course, now he's going to move because the seed's under him. Let's see, a little closer. Afraid to go. Actually, let's see, yeah. Go to the other side, see if I can do any better, just make a bigger mess. Oop. Dumping now. Not sure how he still has some left. Should have been empty sooner. There it goes. So it goes in. I guess I just got to get a little closer. Pull this one up, and I'm sure the other one's going to need it. Take most of this. I think I was reading the wrong number. 25,000 was the milk I still have in this. It's going to take everything I've got. Well, one down. Refill this. Fill the other guy up. So we don't have too far to go. We're just using our multi-purpose bin here. Fill with what I need. Sugarcane. Right. See, just a little over $1,000 for fill up. That's not too bad. A lot cheaper than what seed would cost us. So let's get back and fill him up as soon as this traffic clears. Drive pretty fast through here. Normally I pull out in front of him and get T-boned. I think I'm just going to stick to the same side the last one worked at. Now, it worked once. I want to mess it up. See if we can do this right. Yeah, it's working. He can get going. The other guy, he's probably quite a ways ahead now. Yeah, he's clear down the far corner of the field. Making good time. Still, it's a good sized field. It's going to take these two quite a little while. It helps if I dump it a little faster. There, now you can go. It's back to running. Fill this up again. I guess we better clean up the mess we made. Hopefully this will pick it up without messing up the ground. There we go. There. I'm not even sure how many liters are down here. Oh, less than 1,000. So we didn't spill too much. Now, as soon as this guy runs out, I can put some in him. This one just ran out, so we'll take this little bit that we picked up off the ground to him. There. Hopefully it's close enough. There. Alright. Get to the pickup and we'll have a lot more in it. All I know right now is when this is ready to harvest, there's going to be a lot of sugarcane in here. We're still trying to figure out what sugarcane harvester to use. Definitely won't be base game. That'll take way too long. It'll take quite a few loads of the seed. I can keep these guys going and come back with you when we're all planted up. While we have the two workers settled away in the field doing good, we're going to run this milk up to the farmer's market to get a little extra money. It's clear on the north side of the map, so a little bit of a drive. We haven't got up to that part of the map too much, but we will go check that out. Woo! What happened there? Kind of went all over the place. Let's get up to the farmer's market. I just looked on the weather forecast. Looks like rain's coming. Don't know if those two guys are going to get done in time or not. Let's get some milk money here. We made some good money on that milk, 54,000. That'll definitely cover the cost of the seed to plant the rest of this field. But it looks like one of them needs more, so we'll get back there and fill him back up. Well, one of them's just about got it wrapped up. The other one's got just a little ways to go. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, clear down there. I know the one with duals, he struggles a little bit on the turnarounds. Sometimes he'll sit there and do donuts over there trying to figure out how to get back on course. But the one with singles, she's doing really good. So let's get the rest of this little bit of this field done and be able to call it a day. Well, one has finished the work. So let's just go through and try to get the little spots that were missed. Just a few little spots out here and there. We'll wrap those up while he finishes up his portion. I only have 15% seed left. I'm kind of hoping I can get this finished up without having to go get the other seeder. There's no point of putting more in this one. The other one did have a little bit left. Of course, he's over the other end of the field. Yeah, we should definitely be able to get this last little piece here. I'll wrap up this planting season here on the mega field. Well, that was it. She's all seeded up. Now we'll advance to the next month and see what it looks like. Well, there's our beautiful sugar cane. Came up really good. Look like we missed too much. Yes. Well, it's official, folks. I have lost my mind. Welcome in, everyone, to another episode here on Edgewater, Saskatchewan. In this episode, we're getting some spraying done. Our sugar cane field had some weeds growing in it pretty bad, so we thought we better get it sprayed while it's only about 1.5 feet high compared to what it's going to be like when it's, it's another month or two. And another big thing on this episode is we have the farm up for sale. I believe our neighbor to the north will be the buyer. He's wanting to expand his farm, So ours being close enough, he thought it'd be a good one to buy. So he ended up actually planting one of our fields with grass, and in this episode we're going to be baling that field for him. He wants small bales, small square bales, so that's what we will be doing. And he has all the equipment, so we don't have to buy any of that. But let me get this all sprayed up, and then we'll get to the next step. Well, that didn't take too long with this big self-propelled. So now we'll take this back. We just rented this thing, so we'll take it back to the shop, and we'll end up advancing some time and getting ready to do some hay. I think we might have to sell off our cattle soon. We only have one bale of hay left for them. I wasn't planning on doing any more. So I don't think I can feed them straight silage. If I could do that, it'd work, because I do have quite a bit of silage left. I also have a lot of straw. But what I don't have is hay. Just that one lonely bale, and we're putting it in right now. I mean, I could kind of make this bale last 2 loads and put more silage in it. So maybe that's what we'll do. Make it last a little longer that way. This bale down to 50%. There, 56%, close enough. We'll drop it off. Go dump that in the bunks, and then we'll come back and, if we use all of it, that is, we'll come back and we'll put another bale of silage in it, and then the rest of that hay bale. It did take all of it, so we'll come over here and we will try to unbury one of those bales in the back by putting the rest of this one in it. I can also increase a little bit more straw also. Just don't want to mess up and use so much straw that it rations off and it doesn't get us total mixed. So that one took. So let's see if I can get around. Maybe I'll come in beside it. Grab one of those. Then we could actually come in and sell these off too. Make a little bit more money before we move. We're going to get a lot, I believe, off of the sugarcane harvest. That won't be ready for a few more months. Didn't seem like it really grew anymore this last month from when we sprayed it. So I'm not sure how much of this straw I can put in. Oop, missed it. Try that again. There we go. It's a pretty good sized bale still. We'll keep it in the green. We'll be fine. It's going to be close. Oh, I guess it's full anyhow. Take the rest of this, just leave it right here. So now we have enough for next month. So I'll advance time 1 more month and see how much closer that field is to being ready to be able to be baled. Well, it's telling me it is ready to be harvested. I think it's probably 1 month away from the best amount. Looks like we need to get over to the sheep. Looks like they're out of room to put the wool. So we'll go do that real quick. And I think this is also the month that we need to sell off our soybeans from the last soybean harvest we did. But yeah, there's our for sale sign. We'll get some of these odd jobs taken care of real quick, and then we'll get into that field. Well, I just checked, and the farmer's market actually has a good price on both the soybeans and the wool. Oops, excuse me, sir. So I think we're going to take a load of soybeans with us. Might as well. This thing only holds maybe 25,000 liters. So we're going to have several loads of it. But we're going to go grab the first one, take it all up to the farmer's market, and see what we can get out of it. Well, I just got off the phone with the farmer up north, and he is going to buy the place. So as of this fall, we will be moving on. But now it says it does not accept it here. Oh well. We'll deliver. Maybe we'll deliver. Does not want to take our our soybeans either. Well, since we have that sugarcane harvest coming up, I ended up buying this used Volvo truck with an unreal capacity trailer. It'll hold 250,000 liters, so that'll really help when we get into the sugarcane. This is the rest of our soybeans from our last soybean harvest. So we'll take it up, sell it off. I ended up selling a lot of the equipment that we had on the farm that we weren't going to use anymore, like the harvester. It's done already. We don't need it anymore since we don't have any fields to harvest besides the sugarcane. That'll have its own harvester. And then the neighbor is having us use his haying equipment since he wants the small square bales instead of the big round bales that we normally do. So that's a few of the things we got coming up. But I will get this to the market, get it sold, and make a little bit more money, and then we'll be ready to start baling those bales. Another $200 and almost $24,000. Just $1 more, we would have had a nice even number, but that's not too bad. But now I'll advance a month and then we'll get started. Well, I thought before I skip time, I better check the cattle, and they were actually out of feed. So try to keep them from dying off before we sell them. Give them the last of our feed that we have. Well, that should be enough to hold them off for one more day. So now we'll jump ahead a day. Here we are in the month of July. Now the grass looks ready, like we could mow it up. So I'll go grab a mower. I believe he has a Vermeer mower that we're going to use. So we'll mow with it. I think we do maybe have to use our tedder because he actually wants hay bales and not just grass bales. So I'll run up to his place, grab some equipment, and get down here and get started. Our sugar cane's looking really good. Won't be too much longer and it should be ready. About maybe 4 feet tall now. I'm going to get the second headland done around this field, and then we will go grab our little Massey tractor and grab the tedder and get this thing tedded up. And the neighbor, he actually has a different style of rake. It's like a conveyor belt system that I've not actually seen in real life. So we're going to rake it with that as soon as we get it tedded, and I think we'll have time today because it's only 9 o'clock. We'll be able to get it baled and finished up. So let me do another headland here, and then I will send this off to the hired hand to do. Well, we got a guy working in the field tedding it, got another guy mowing it, so we're going to come up here and borrow his Kubota tractor and grab his rake. This is the rake I was talking about, kind of a different style than we're used to here in Canada, but hopefully it works good. And we're used to using the Vermeer twin rake on our farm. I'm pretty sure this tractor's big enough to pull this, but I'll get this thing down to that field and start raking. I think we're going to start by just raking the outside headland to the middle. Then when we get back and forth to the inside of the field like the other guys are doing right now, then we'll rake 2 complete rows together with this. We'll adjust it to where it rakes to just one side, so it'll have a bigger windrow. But for the outside, I don't want too many bales to have to drive around. I think by doing it this way, it'll save us a little bit with a smaller windrow. Hopefully these windrows won't be too big for the little round or square baler. I don't think it should be. It looks like it's a pretty tight windrow. So I'm actually raking the previous windrow a little bit. So it should keep it tight enough. That's our goal at least. Definitely don't want it to get into that big windrow there. This is how we're going to do the rest of the field. And when we get it all done, we'll be able to grab the baler and see if it'll work. We'll go around and rake the outside again. I think I probably messed it up pretty good on the end rows. Ooh, I guess I had a little bit left over here. See if I can get it all. Not quite. We'll get enough of it. I'll go around it one more time, then we'll get to baling. We got all the raking done. Now we're just headed back to the neighbor's house to grab his little square baler, and then we'll be able to start baling. His is just a little Massey Ferguson baler, so he's kind of like us. He likes the red equipment. I'm pretty sure his little Kubota can pull it. I doubt it takes too much horsepower. So let's get her back down to the field. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to use this thing here. Hoping this has a wide enough pickup. It'll be able to get it all. Ooh, missed a little bit. Could be just I wasn't centered good enough. There we are. Alright. See if this thing can handle a faster speed here. Oh, I think so. I'm flying out of the machine. Alright, let me get the headland done and we'll keep doing this, get this all baled up, then we can use, he has a special picker-upper that can pick these up. I think he said it can do 100 and maybe 130 bales in it. He built a new barn to put them in, so that's what he wants us to do. Put them in his little barn down there. So I'll get this baled up, and then we'll go start collecting them. I think we will have more than enough bales off of this field. This should keep the farmer satisfied for a long time. And if it doesn't, he'll be the one baling this next time, so it doesn't even matter. After thinking about it, I probably should have just planted this in grass a long time ago, and then we would have been collecting all these bales. If we turned this into silage, we would have been doing really good on the farm with income, which I'm sure the sugarcane harvest will bring in quite a bit for as big as that field is. I know we did soybeans in it, and it got quite a bit of soybeans. So there's plenty of acres out here to farm. Just got to find the right guy to farm. Final little stretch here before we go get them picked up. Not sure how many loads. It holds 130. I believe it's around 130. How many do you think's out here? How many loads? I wish this little baler had a bale counter like our big baler. It did not. Wasn't able to get a total amount. But let me go get the picker-upper and get it picked up. This is the machine we're using to pick up the bales, and it's actually got quite a bit of speed. It's up to 51 miles per hour. That's pretty good. I know when this thing came out on the mod hub, I knew this gotta be something we're gonna use soon. So let's see how it works. There we go. Oop. Helps if I have it lined up. I think I have something on wrong. Let me check. There, now we have it working like it's supposed to. Platform was in the upright position. I'm not sure why. But now it's working correctly. So I'm trying to see how many this thing will pick up. I think it goes a little faster than it can pick up. I've seen pull behinds do something like this, but I've never actually seen a self-propelled. A nice little thing to have. Let me get this thing loaded up and then see how many it'll hold. I think this is going to pick up more than 130 bales like I was saying, because I'm at 84 bales and we're only 43%. So it's going to probably be around 200, really close to it at least. What's the model number on this thing? See if I can zoom out right. It says 102. Well, we know it's going to hold more than 102. But I'll keep this thing going and see how many we can get. Well, we're just finishing up the headland and we're at 150 bales. 150 bales just going around this field one time. These are the last ones of the headland. Alright, 153. Now I can start going back and forth. Looks like the magic number must be really close to 200. 195. Well, that's quite a bit. Let's head these to his barn and get them dropped off. Alright, here we are. This is the big barn he built. It's an open barn. I think all the bales will definitely fit in here. This thing's pretty good size. There we go. First 195 bales. Oh, he's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna be happy about that. Oh, they're in the barn. They're in the barn. They're in the barn. Sorry, Leroy, but they're in the barn. Now that you're a headache. Is it gonna work with all the bales underneath the machine? Let's see. Well, see how that works. I have to take them out and throw them all off. Well, some are falling off. I'll get these cleaned out real quick. Well, I just have one bale stuck in the chassis. Just can't get it out. It'll move around it. There it goes. Yeah, now he's in the middle of the street. Oh well. I don't want to pick him back up. Let's go back and get some more. This is our second round of 195. If you ever decide to do this, I do not recommend using the stack cruiser. It doesn't seem to work. This ground is level, and yet, you know, when we do this, it just dumps all over. But they're in his barn, kind of. At least they're not stuck in the machine this time. Oop. Want any of these bales to go with us? Alright, let's go back and get another load. Here we are picking up our very last few bales. I believe that was the last one. At 4 full loads and an extra 29. That'll bring our grand total to 809 bales off that field. That was pretty good. We'll be satisfied with that. I'm satisfied with it. Like I said earlier, we should have probably planted that in grass months ago or years ago. Then we could have got a lot more bales, and then maybe our cattle wouldn't be out of hay right now. Had to sell quite a few of those off just to be able to let them survive since didn't have enough hay left. Oh, looks like a little traffic jam. There's somehow a bale got in the road. Oopsie. Wonder who dropped that. Wasn't me. Well, there you have it. All the bales are delivered. Of course, they're not in nice stacks like I'm sure he wanted, but welcome into our final episode here on Edgewater, the sugar cane harvest. We do have this, ugly green John Deere sugarcane harvester. Of course, it's modded because there's no such thing as a regular looking combine with a corn head that can do sugarcane, but this one will. So let's get her in the field and get her started. Well, I was thinking after 19 episodes that this 20th episode would be enough for this map. So that is where we're going to conclude with a sugarcane harvest. Look, this John Deere's got a lot of power. Like spins the tires and bounces it around. But I think it's supposed to hold 500,000 liters, I believe. So let's see if it does. It goes fast too. Shouldn't take any time at all to do this big field. If I can just keep it under control, the speed it can go. Alright. You get a headland done around it, and maybe we can actually hire a worker later. I know our wagon, or semi-trailer I should say, can only hold, I believe, 200 or 250,000 liters. So I'm going to take 2 trailers just to empty the one combine, if those numbers are correct. So we'll see how that works out. Not sure if we'll just put it in the bin to see how many total liters we get, or if we'll take it straight to the market. A little rough spot there. Let me get around this field and see how much it has in it. As you can tell, we ran out of food for the cattle, so we sold all the cattle off. All that was left was some straw. We had to get rid of them. And this whole sugarcane ordeal actually started with L Family Gaming Dad mentioning what kind of crop he should plant in one of his fields. So of course everybody's most dreaded crop is the sugarcane. So we thought that'd be a good challenge. Well, and we ended up doing the same thing. So sugarcane was our final crop for the series. So now we're looking at what map to do next on a Let's Play. So if you have any ideas, any recommendations, please leave it in the comments so I can have an idea of what to do next. We've got a few different series thought up, but on a Let's Play, we don't have anything thought up yet. So if you have an idea, I would love to know what it is. And here we are, we're almost 400,000 liters, and we've not even gone around the field one time. I don't know if there is a higher capacity truck that I'm going to have to try to get or not. 200 or 250,000 is not going to do very good with a combine that can hold this much and make this much in such a short of time. So let me get out on the street here and get this thing unloaded, which I might bring the truck into us. Get the augers long enough. This is the head that came with the setup, so I was hoping that the auger was also long enough, and it looks like it will be. So this should fill up in no time. Then we'll have to come back and do it again just to empty out the combine. There we go. Oh, it dumps really fast. That's good. Oh, even the combine even lifts up off the ground as it's dumping out. Yeah, 250,000 liters, and the combine's not empty. Well, let's get back in and fill it up some more. Well, it decided it was going to start raining, so I thought that was a good time to set up a road train. So now we got 3 of these puppies. So now we can hold 750,000 liters. Unfortunately, the truck really doesn't have enough power to pull it, but especially when only one of them's loaded so far. But hopefully it'll quit raining soon and we can get this done up. Wanted to make a little bit more room to be able to get the truck in here, but let's see. Yeah, we can all fit. Looks like nothing's going to tip over. That back trailer's leaning a little bit, but at least we're in. Now we'll just wait for the rain to quit. Well, the rain has quit. We have lost quite a bit of our day because of the rain, but you know, it's only afternoon, so I think we can still get it done. I was able to dump off what we had in the combine in the first trailer. So let's go get enough to fill the other 2 compartments. Well, this should get us to a full truck. We'll just, instead of putting any of it in the bin, we're just going to run it straight to the mill. Sell it off. I think with all that weight in there, this thing would not spin so bad. I think it could spin a tire with all this weight. But you can tell it is squatting down the front wheel. It's so weird how it spins like that. But spin this thing around and get this off-loaded. Finish filling the first trailer. Alright, now it's full and we got enough for the middle. Alright, let's take it to the market. Well, we got the hired hand out. We're going to be doing some of it. Some of the harvest here. Now if I can just get this truck with enough power to get it. Also need to figure out where to send it to. So let me look at the map real quick. Looks like the best price is where we normally sell it, over at Grain West. So if I have the power to get on the street here, that's where we will take it to. I probably should upgrade to a TLX truck instead of this Volvo. I just really like the Volvo, but sometimes you gotta switch it up, have enough power. Looks like they're following line good, but I'll get this down to the sell point. On my drive over here, I did end up ordering a new TLX truck. Got over 1,000 horsepower. This thing's got 650, so it's not bad, but more power the better. So let's start unloading and see what we can get out of them. I get the camera right so we actually see what we're doing. Our workers already got a full tank. 54,000 apiece. next trailer in. There we go. Should be another 54. So over $150,000 a trip. Yes, another 54. And the third trailer. There's room up here. Barely room up here. Start turning it, I guess. Yeah, I thought about, if I put a fourth trailer on, that'd be, went too far. Be 1,000,000 liters each trip. But I don't think I can maneuver it, so I'm not even going to try. I think 750,000 liters a run is good enough. Well, that was another 54,000. I had to back it up just a little bit. It went too far ahead, so then it all clear it. Well, let me get this back and get the other truck hooked up, and maybe we can go a little faster. Here we are with the new TLX. Just went with base colors, and nothing special. Just upgraded engines, all we got. That's really all we needed for it. So I'm going to get us back and forth to the elevator. Let's see here. Make sure I pull in the right driveway. Don't want to pull in the wrong one and get hung up. He's got a little bit done here. He's already going to have enough to fill 2 of these. Let's get a couple of these filled. Still weird how the back end of the combine goes up when it empties it. All that weight coming off. Huh, cool. Alright, well, I'll get to finishing up this side that he missed. Fill that third wagon. This will finish up the north end of the mega field. Try to get this little piece I missed. There it went. This will also be enough to fill our third wagon. So let me get it filled up. We're going to work going back on the south part, and then we will go sell it. This gets us to what I believe to be 1.5 million liters. That's a lot of sugar cane. I get this on my went the wrong button. Wrong button. I want to get it. There. I think we got it. Perfect. Alright, get this guy started, then we'll go sell that off. Well, that's another 150,000 plus. So let's go back, get another one. The worker's already full, so that's enough for 2 more trailers. So at least it's going quickly for a big sugarcane field. Didn't know how long it was going to take. I really love that modders have come out with really good mods that make the whoops, beep beep. That makes this go a lot faster than the base game real sugarcane harvesters. But I'll get back and get him emptied out. Let's see how far he's got now. Oh, he's still got a long ways to go. Long ways. He didn't get very far at all. At least he's progressing some. So if this was a real harvester and you had to really do it, you would be having to do it in first person. Well, this is what you would see. I mean, you can't see really anything. You can, see where you've already been, but you can't see where you're going. So I'm glad you have third person view. Well, that's enough for another full trailer. As you can tell, there's still a few spots I didn't quite get leveled well enough for the bigger equipment. Worked fine for like a little combine, but these big heads just seem to miss. All right, another 750,000 liters. I'll get a worker back on this, and we'll take that to the mill. Well, there's another 150 plus thousand. Let's go back and get another round. Well, we got the 3 trailers filled up again. Doing the math, I don't think there's enough sugarcane left here to quite hit $1 million in the sugarcane harvest. But we will run that to the mill, and we will find out how close we're getting. Should be enough here probably to fill them all up one more time, but I don't think we can do it 2. So let's get to the mill. Well, the price keeps going down just a little bit each time, but not enough to matter. That's going to be good for another 160-some thousand. So let's get back and do it again. Well, this is the last of the sugarcane. I don't think we're going to even have enough to completely fill this last load. We'll be getting close, though. I mean, we're over 100,000. Fills up pretty quick, but I don't think that quick. Let's find out. Either way, it's been fun, you know. It's been fun doing sugarcane. Our modded sugarcane planter that could do, I think it was 8 meters, I believe. It's a lot quicker than I think the 2 meter that the game comes with. I also got a load of milk over there I need to sell off. Sold the cows, but didn't finish selling the milk. Right, just a little bit left. Yep, not going to be enough to fill it all the way. We'll get this little bit, dump it in the last trailer, and then we'll go see how much our grand total is for this harvest. All right. See you at the mill. Well, our goal was to try to make $1 million in sugarcane. Let's see if we're going to end up making it. 54,731 on the first, and we know the second will be the same way. Another 54,731. Switch over to the back trailer. Watch where I'm going forward here. There we go. See what we can get out of the last to wrap up this big sugarcane harvest. 33,201, bringing us to a grand total of 799,797. So yeah, we were short on our $1 million goal, but we had fun doing it. Well, we thank you for the time you spent here up in Canada with us in Edgewater, Saskatchewan. Next time, our Let's Play will be somewhere else, so be sure to leave a comment for us to know where you want us to move to. So until next time, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.